For 10 years, the world's most wanted man vanished by stripping away every piece of modern technology he owned. He left no digital signature, yet he was living behind 12-foot-high concrete walls in a bustling residential neighborhood. His location was eventually exposed by a single physical mistake that bypassed years of operational security. The mission to find him represents the culmination of a decade spent tracking thousands of disparate leads across multiple continents. On September 11, 2001, 19 hijackers carried out attacks on the United States that resulted in the deaths of nearly 3,000 people. The U.S. government identified Osama bin Laden and his al-Qaeda network as the architects, initiating a manhunt that would eventually span dozens of nations. Given the scale of American military and intelligence resources, officials and the public expected his capture to be a matter of weeks. Instead, the trail went cold. Bin Laden successfully evaded a multi-billion-dollar surveillance network by abandoning cell phones, the internet, and all electronic communication. CIA analysts spent years reviewing fragmented reports and false leads, often working through dead ends as the target remained completely off the grid. The struggle highlights a specific intelligence gap. The world's most advanced technological dragnet is ineffective against a target who refuses to plug in. Intelligence officers eventually shifted their strategy. They stopped looking for the man himself and began identifying the small circle of associates who sustained him. They focused on the concept of a trusted messenger, a courier who could bridge the gap between the target's isolation and the outside world. Analysts spent years cross-referencing intercept logs and detainee statements until they isolated a single persistent name connected to the al-Qaeda leader. Intelligence agencies directed their full surveillance capabilities toward tracking this individual's movements and identifying his ultimate destination. Even for a high-profile target, total isolation is physically impossible. The biological need for food and supplies made human connection an unavoidable vulnerability. Surveillance teams eventually tracked the courier to Abbottabad, Pakistan, a city located less than a mile from a major military academy. This map shows the location the courier visited, a fortified compound sitting directly amidst residential blocks and agricultural fields. Despite its unusually large footprint and high value, the property lacked any telephone lines or internet cables connecting it to the local grid. Investigators also noted a defining behavioral anomaly. The residents burned all their trash within the walls, rather than placing it outside for collection. These combined physical and behavioral traits created a profile of extreme counter-surveillance, suggesting the occupants were hiding someone of high significance. The intelligence presented President Barack Obama with a difficult choice, based on a case built entirely on circumstantial evidence. Senior advisors weighed the volatile diplomatic risks of a military operation in Pakistan against the possibility that the target could disappear again. The administration approved Operation Neptune Spear, officially sending specialized teams into Pakistani airspace under the cover of darkness. Officials in Washington monitored the raid in silence, watching as the team managed a mechanical failure and moved into the compound. This historic operation was a high-stakes gamble, resting on the deductive logic of an investigation that had spanned merely a decade. The mission successfully confirmed the target's identity, resulting in worldwide news coverage and the conclusion of the manhunt. The investigation succeeded by exploiting the target's reliance on a single physical messenger rather than a digital signal. Multi-billion-dollar satellite and signals networks were ultimately bypassed by the simplicity of a face-to-face connection. The mission proves that even in a digital age, physical links remain the most significant vulnerability for those attempting to stay hidden. Subscribe for more detailed breakdowns of historical missions. Let us know in the comments, what secret operation should we cover next?